This video contains spoilers for Loki, so if you haven't watched the final episode yet, click off. Today's question I'm going to pose is, who else knows about the existence of Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? In the recent episode of Loki, Kang the Conqueror was revealed to be the big bad of the show, behind everything including the TVA and the time stream. Kang revealed that the multiverse war that happened explained to us in Loki episode 1 was actually him fighting other versions of himself before he decided to cut the other time streams off to create one flow of time. This meaning that there are multiple versions of Kang out there in the multiverse, and now that the multiverse has been exposed at the end of Loki, many versions of this character could be anywhere. One of these we know is a split reality version of our reality where Kang is the ruler of the TVA, as seen at the end of Loki season 1. But now that the multiverse is collapsing, who else already knows of Kang's existence other than Loki and the new variation of the TVA themselves? Let's have a look. I will list these people in order of how obvious it is that they know who Kang is, and if they've ever had any interaction with him before, to the least likely of these people. The first and most obvious person is the Loki variant Sylvie, who killed our first variation of Kang, aka the Timekeeper Kang as I like to call him. The guy pulling all the strings, trying to keep the timeline intact. Sylvie, now knowing of Kang's existence in season 2 of Loki, will most likely be on a mission to find out if the Kang she killed was telling the truth, and that if he was, how she can stop all the other Kangs across the multiverse. This idea will definitely be explored in season 2 to some degree. The second person who has most likely seen Kang once or twice, and I think probably the most interesting person to explore this idea with in some way, is Doctor Strange. If we remember, in Infinity War, Doctor Strange saw 14 million different outcomes of the events that were to transpire. One or multiple of those different realities probably involved Kang in some way, shape or form, showing up in one of the battles. Maybe he showed up as Iron Lad to help the Avengers, or maybe he even teamed with Thanos. It's very likely that one of those timelines included Kang, and if it didn't, I think it's very obvious that if anyone was to have any outside knowledge about who Kang is, other than Loki, who has actually met him in person, it would definitely be Doctor Strange. And I'm very convinced, with all the multiverse shenanigans happening in the MCU right now, that I think we're going to get some mention of Kang, if not probably a cameo from the man in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, before then showing up in Ant-Man Quantumania. The third person who probably knows of Kang's existence is the AncientOne. With her being in control of the Time Stone for such a long time, and with her understanding of the multiverse and split realities as demonstrated in Avengers Endgame, she probably has some knowledge of at least one, if not multiple Kangs in various other timelines. She is in no way as informed as someone like Doctor Strange, as Strange saw all 14 million possible outcomes and potential branches in Infinity War. However, with her prolonged time with the Time Stone, she probably has some knowledge of one of the Conqueror's many personas. The last person on my list of people who might have the tiniest hint of Kang's existence is actually Tony Stark. If you remember, a theory raised on the internet about a year ago after Endgame's release, that Tony Stark actually used up the last 2 vials of Pym particles after Cap stole 4 extra vials when retrieving one of the Infinity Stones. It is believed that Tony, in the time that it took him to make the Infinity Gauntlet for Hulk to wear, he actually traveled to 2 different destinations to stop branch reality versions of Kang. Now, while this seems really random and a big detail to miss out of a movie like Endgame, there are lots of hints towards this, like Tony telling Cap, "You mess with time and it tends to mess back. You'll see." Now, while this was clearly hinting towards Thanos, it could also be hinting to something a lot more sinister. After all, Tony discovered time travel and knew about the branching of realities, so it's not out the realm of possibility that he knew about Kang and his misdoings. However, this theory is very flimsy and requires a lot to fall into place for it to work, which it just doesn't. And with the whole snap situation going on, I don't think Tony would risk his life to stop 2 different versions of Kang the Conqueror in the first place. With that being said, that's it for this video. Those are the potential people who may know about Kang the Conqueror in the MCU already, who is not Loki or the TVA. With that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and also make sure to tell me in the comments below, do you agree with these people, and do you think that anyone else could potentially know of Kang's existence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe thus far? With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the bell next to the subscribe button to not miss any more content as soon as it come out on the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.